Production support for the weekly special is provided by
Smithfield Communications, serving southern Indiana with high-speed fibre gigabit internet for businesses, hospitals and homes. Smithfield Fibre Gigabit Technology. Tap the power.
IU School of Public Health Bloomington, addressing public health needs by preventing disease, promoting health, and improving quality of life across the state and around the world through research, teaching, and community engagement.
IU Credit Union, now offering mobile access to IU Credit Union accounts, helping account holders check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills through their mobile devices. Available through the IU Credit Union apps for iPhone and Droid. The Al Cobine Recognition Endowment Fund, established by friends and family of Al Cobine to support jazz initiatives on WTIU and WFIU. And WTIU members, thank you.
We've got pumpkins and leaves, so it must be that time of year to get a little spooky around the weekly special.
And you won't be disappointed. Prepare yourself to discover a new spin on your oldest Halloween nightmares.
Hide your eyes as zombies take to the streets in Indiana's largest flash mob. Get up close and personal with one of the most feared flying creatures. Dare to enter a home that was voted one of the most terrifying places in America. And brave the beyond during a unique paranormal investigation.
Face your fears as we face ours. It's the haunting Hoosier stories you don't want to miss.
Right now on the weekly special. Hello, welcome to the weekly special. I'm Erica Sagone.
And I'm Daryl Neer.
Daryl, what are your plans for Halloween? Are you going to dress up in costume?
Yeah, either a devil or clown outfit, handing out candy, and I'm going to scare some kids and parents along the way too.
Well, I don't find either of those costumes too terrifying, but I believe, Daryl, you're about to face one of my biggest fears. So I'm going to stay right here while you go over there and get ready for some special guests with wings. But first, our next subjects are using their ghoulish appetites and need to feed in very unexpected ways.
Fall is a time for strolls in the brisk air, community gatherings, and harvests. But for Broadripple, it's all about brains?
Broadripple's Zombie Walk is Indiana's largest flash mob of zombies. So it's in its 9th year this year. Robert Brady got together with his friends. They had seen this idea in other cities take off. So they printed off about 100 flyers, handed them around Broadripple, and they got about 50 people to show up. So it started off pretty small, and it kind of grew from there every year. I think there's been this zombie culture kind of come about the past 10 years, especially with like The Walking Dead coming on, World War Z, different kind of zombie scenes popping up. And I mean, the idea of kind of taking over the street as a zombie and, you know, if there's enough of you to take it over, then who can kind of tell you no type of thing, I think was initially the fun part of it. And it grew from there. And with 1,000 zombies, we now have to kind of warn people about us coming. You know, we can't just pop it up out of nowhere. Marching around Broadripple, you know, groaning. I mean, we have people going up to windows and, you know, you'll have people in restaurants not know what's going on. And so you give them that little bit of element of surprise. It's around Halloween, so that's always a good reason to, you know, kind of get done up and kind of pretend to be something you're not. So anyone can come out and be a zombie. We have people come off the street, kind of mess up their hair, rip their shirt up. We pour some blood on them and send them out on the walk. But, you know, you do have some people that spend, you know, weeks preparing and looking into their costume. And every year we have people come back and try to top themselves of what they did the year before and how are they going to be creative this year and become a zombie. And I think it's just something fun that the whole family can participate in. It's free, it's family friendly, so it's something everyone can do together. And it has been nothing but positive from the community. We take over intersections now instead of complete roads. You know, we walk down a certain area and we have a route that's marked, and, you know, people are very respectful of private property and things like that. But, you know, for that one moment, you do kind of get to walk out in the place that you're not supposed to be at, you know, and you get to growl at strangers and, you know, tear up the town, figuratively.
The positive community support inspired Zombie Walk to give back to the community in a way only a zombie could. To receive a shirt, participants donate all the food they no longer need in their hunt for brains.
The idea of it being like right before Thanksgiving, there was a big drive to, what can we tie in with that kind of, time of year? And of course, food is always a go-to thing. Gleaners is Indianapolis's largest food bank. They serve a huge population of people, so the partnership kind of naturally evolved. And then the idea that zombies eat brains and not food, they don't have any kind of need for their earthly possessions of food anymore, so they might as well give it away for a good cause.
Each year, they strive to gather 5,000 pounds, one semi-truck full of food for Gleaners. In total, they've donated over 20,000 pounds of food throughout the years.
Being involved with Broadripple Zombie Walk is such a neat experience. It's unlike anything else. You can't go anywhere in Indy for free, see fire spinners, bring your kids out, have them involved in carnival games, win prizes, you get your t-shirt, you can go get done up by professional makeup artists for free. And this is all just, so that you bring cans and that you benefit Gleaners. So it really is just for Broadripple, for Indianapolis, and for the community. And it's something that we love putting on. So, who wouldn't want to get together and become a zombie for a night?
You may have missed the feasting frenzy, but it's not too late to donate. Visit gleaners.org to learn how you can help. Well, it is Halloween, and we often hear about bats during this time of year, but we're going to talk about them in a different way. And joining us today, we have Rob Myers, who is the Executive Director for the Organization for Bat Conservation, and Joy O'Keefe, who is the Director for the Center of Bat Research, Outreach, and Conservation at Indiana State University. Now, Rob, you've brought a friend along with you, and I must admit this is probably the closest I've ever been to a bat, so tell us a little bit about the bat we have right now.
Well, probably for most people, bats are nocturnal, so we don't get a chance to see him up that close. Well, he's flapping right now. He's really excited. He likes being brought out. This is a wildlife rescue, so he ended up at the Organization for Bat Conservation's Bat Zone at Cranbrook. This is called a Rodrigues fruit bat. It's an endangered species from one tiny island in the middle of the Indian Ocean. I think a really beautiful bat. You were, kind of looking at its face.
Yeah, it's stunning. I mean, the fur, and is this considered a relatively large bat?
This is a very big bat. It's not the biggest bat in the world. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, oh great.
But this is what we call a mega bat. Mega bats are large bats. They have large eyes. They have small ears. They can see really well. So blind as a bat is not true at all.
Well, within populations, how many species of bats are out there?
It's really fascinating because when I started researching bats over 20 years ago, there were about 950 different species of bats. Wow. There's now 1,300 different species of bats. Now, we didn't discover all those new bats, but what we have been doing is, like we see across the board across science, is looking at their DNA, looking at their genetics. All big bats are fruit eaters.
Okay. Well, we're going to let Rob put the fruit bat away and talk a little bit about bats in Indiana with Joy. And Joy, we heard 1,300 plus species across the globe. How many species of bats are in Indiana?
Well, we have 10 regularly occurring species, maybe 12 total. So not as much diversity with bats in Indiana, but bats are tremendously important here in Indiana. So actually all of our bats here in Indiana are insectivorous, so they eat insects. And a single bat can consume half to all of its body weight in insects each night.
So when we're talking about population size, how many bats do we think are in Indiana? Is there any way to even calculate something like that?
It is so hard to say because where we see large groups of bats is in caves in the winter, but during the summer bats spread out across the landscape, and we have bats all over Indiana, mostly using our forests during the summer. And so we have a hard time calculating exactly how many bats are out on that.
That seems to run counter to what a lot of people think of. They think about bats living in the caves, and are there particular challenges about conserving the bat population? We've heard a lot about white nose syndrome, and could you speak to the health of the population overall? Mm-hmm.
Well, bats right now are facing, major challenges, and white nose syndrome is one. So this is a fungal disease that is killing bats while they're hibernating in caves. And this is a big concern for bats here in Indiana because we have a lot of bats that hibernate in caves in southern Indiana during the winter. We've seen major declines in bats where white nose syndrome has come through and hit hibernacula. We also see problems with development. Some of the changes to our land use patterns, road building and developments have taken away valuable bat habitat. So as I mentioned, a lot of bats rely on trees during the summer, and so those changes to where the trees are can be pretty disruptive for some bat populations.
I mean, we can get sucked in talking about those challenges, but there are a tremendous number of opportunities that even people at home can do to help bat populations. And we have an example here in front of us with this bat box. Could you talk a little bit about the importance of this little box? What is it, about 2 by 12 by 20 in helping the population?
Right. Well, if you put up one of these boxes in your backyard, and this is a box made by the Organization for Bat Conservation, then you'll be providing a home for the big brown bat, which is one of our most common bats here in Indiana. And this bat, as I said, can eat its entire body weight in insects each night. And so a colony of 100 or so that could live in this box, you can imagine
100 bats in this box.
Yeah.
We find the big brown bat in Indiana, but we also have there is the Indiana bat, correct?
Yes.
Could you talk a little bit about the differences between the two?
Sure. So the Indiana bat is a bat that hibernates in caves during the winter and was first found here in Indiana in 1928, and that's why it's named the Indiana bat. But it's found all over the eastern United States, and this is a federally endangered species. It's declined pretty dramatically because of impacts to the caves where they overwinter. We saw large declines in their populations back in the 60s, and it was one of the first species to be listed as federally endangered. We've had some big conservation successes with this species, though.
And some nearby, as I understand.
Yes, definitely. So in Indianapolis, or just outside of Indianapolis, the Indianapolis Airport Authority has set aside hundreds of acres of land that have provided a permanent home for a colony of Indiana bats. So they migrate back to this area every summer to roost in the trees, and in some cases actually in bat boxes. So this has been a great success. We've seen this population stabilize in that area as a result of the conservation efforts by the Airport Authority.
Well, we thought we saw a big bat, but Rob, this is a really big bat. Talk a little bit about your friend here. Oh my God,
well,
he's beautiful.
This is Fred.
All right.
And Fred is a 16-year-old Malayan flying fox. This is the biggest bat species in the entire world. Unfortunately, maybe for Joy and I, because we're bat researchers, this bat does not live in Indiana. We would love to study this bat. It lives in Southeast Asia. They have up to a 6-foot wingspan, and they weigh up to 3 pounds.
Just looking at the structure of the bat, I'm fascinated by the single talon or nail at the end of the wing.
Yeah, so let me point that out to you.
Yeah.
So what we have here is we've got a thumb and we have 4 fingers.
Oh.
So take a look at your hand. Literally, it's just like that.
Yeah.
Thumb and 4 fingers, and in between each one of the fingers is very thin skin. And if you want to touch that real gently, touch the skin.
Oh my gosh.
It feels like very soft living tissue.
Yeah, it does.
I tell people, touch your eyelid. That's a little bit how a bat's wing feels. Generally, there's no fur on the wing because they're the only mammals that can fly, so that aerodynamically, that's really important. But their body is fur. They're mammals like we are.
And really, if you think about this time of year, Halloween, this is the bat that people put out and really scares kids. And this bat, you were saying, this is a fruit. This eats fruit.
This eats fruit. So when you see movies and they're portraying a vampire bat, let's say, which do exist, they're only about this big, they usually feature a giant bat like this. So it does confuse people. They assume vampire bats are huge. They're going to drink all your blood. Well, yeah, if this bat drank blood, that's a lot of blood every day.
I'm looking at the face, and it does. It looks like a little puppy or a fox. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Well, Joy, thank you for giving us the insights on Indiana bats and the Indiana bat in particular. And Rob, I can't thank you enough for bringing your friends in here and helping me overcome my fear and aversion to bats. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
To learn more about the latest conservation efforts, visit isubatcenter.org.
Well, Daryl, I'm definitely glad that you did that one on your own because my heart is racing and I'm a pretty good distance. Well, our next story has gained quite the reputation for getting that adrenaline pumping for paranormal investigators across the country. Welcome to Whispers Estate.
From the outside, the old Victorian situated on the quiet streets of Mitchell, Indiana, looks like any other turn-of-the-century Hoosier home. Patterned drapes cover stained glass windows, glimpses of wooden poster beds and crystal chandeliers beckon of a time long past. But according to many paranormal investigators, it's a history that is still very much alive.
In 1899, it is suggested that Dr. John Gibbons and his wife Jessie moved into Whispers Estate. We do believe that Dr. John did practice surgery here in Whispers Estate. We do believe that the bathroom actually in Dr. John's room was the operating room. We did discover a drain in the middle of the floor. There are 2 huge windows in there for natural lighting, and also the flooring back there, it is black and white with gold flake, and back in the day, the doctor's office floors were black and white with gold flake. However, it is suggested that he specialized in being a pediatrician. Of course, back then they didn't have specialties, but I think that that was a great interest of his.
That love of children led Dr. Gibbons and his wife, Jessie, to adopt 3 orphan children. Unfortunately, a happy home would not result. In 1912, during a cold winter day, their daughter Rachel got too close to an open flame. A fire ensued, and she died 2 days later in an upstairs bedroom. Shortly after, another daughter, an infant named Elizabeth, passed away. The deaths took a grave emotional toll on Mrs. Gibbons. Just 2 weeks after the death of Elizabeth, Mrs. Gibbons developed a severe case of pneumonia and passed away in the same room. In total, 6 confirmed deaths have occurred in the home.
It's also reported that there was a little boy that passed away in the house, as well as a gentleman upstairs in the servants' quarters. But again, we don't know the exact number of Dr. John being a doctor, how many patients expired here. So we think that that has a contributing factor to why the house is haunted, if you will. The reason why the house is called Whispers Estates is because oftentimes people will hear whispering, not only on their paranormal equipment through EVPs, but just hearing them in your ear while you're in here. Oftentimes we will hear singing. We will hear conversations going on upstairs as if there might be like a television on and you can't quite hear the station that it's on, but you can hear people talking back and forth. And it has become so frequent that the name Whispers Estate was thought of, and I think it's very fitting.
The haunting reports continue to attract paranormal investigators from across the country, anxious to experience Whisper Estates for themselves.
I think the more people that come here, when they have all these cool things happen and then they return home, I think a little bit of Whispers stays with them. The history of the house, we do believe, is correct, and we are about the truth here. We aren't trying to fabricate anything, and if we don't have the documentation, we always say legend and lore.
And the legends have grown to include frightening reports of scratches, bites, and even growls. Today, Whisper Estates is largely regarded as the most haunted location in Indiana, and has received national attention as the Travel Channel's 4th most terrifying place.
The entities coming into the home here, I think a lot of them welcome you. I think a lot of them are happy. We have these people here interacting, that they can communicate with them. Some of the negative entities here, not so much. It's a roller coaster ride. It is that indeed. You never know what you're going to experience. And when you come here, you always experience something. But I guess I would tell them, be open to what's in here, because the more you're open, the more you're gonna get. Don't come in here with a negative attitude, because from what I've experienced, they don't like negative people here, and everything just kind of just shut down. You know, spend some time with the entities. Shut all your cameras off, all your equipment, spend some time with them, and you'll get a lot more experience out of it.
If you dare, you can arrange a tour of the home yourself. Visit whispersestate.com for upcoming events and tour dates. Well, I don't think I would have spent very much time in that house.
You wouldn't have come to the haunted penitentiary I visited this past week either, would you?
No, thank you. Well, you can't really experience Whispers Estate without exploring it in the dark. So our brave crew tagged along as a group of paranormal investigators.
We've heard about it from different places. We've heard a lot of things about some activity as far as quiet things, good things, all the way up to violent things as bites, scratches, things like that. I'm personally not hoping to have that happen to me, but you know, we're up for just about anything. On a typical investigation, and what we'll do is use different equipment, K2 meters, temperature sensors, ovilus or spirit boxes, and a lot of times we'll do just no equipment at all. A lot of times you can get a lot more activity or sense a lot more things just by being in complete quiet, and then when you can't figure out that it was caused by something you can explain, it's like, wow, that was really cool, because obviously it's something else. Thought this would be the perfect place to go check out. I'm going to put this one right here. Let's see what we can get there. Reports are there's an old man in the attic who likes to hide in this closet and pace back and forth. So I'd like to catch that and then maybe catch the shadow with the grid pin. So yeah.
You gonna come out and play with us?
I got a little flashlight over there a second ago. Did you see it?
No, I missed it. Is it in the seance room?
Yeah, like going into the seance room, right above the floor. Are you trying to tell us something? You gotta let me know by turning it on all the way. Thank you. Okay, I want you to turn it off. I'm gonna count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn it off. You're not listening to me. I can't talk to you if you don't turn it off. Thank you. Are you human? No.
Yeah, it was in the hallway.
Yeah, right outside the door. Yeah, as we were sitting in there asking questions, heard a coin tossed into this area, came out the doorway to see what it was, and there was a coin down here on the floor. I'm not sure where it came from. That was a pretty good toss. It's still early to have that much activity so far and to know that there's still quite a few hours left. Yeah, I'm pretty optimistic about it. We had the coin that was tossed from somewhere. There was no one nearby, so that was pretty interesting. Had some noises and some thumps and some footsteps that were unexplained, so it's been pretty interesting so far. You know, you always want that big thrill, something really exciting, but not enough to, you know, make you want to stop. So you want to push the edge just a little bit, but not quite too far. So yeah, not quite sure where that edge is yet, but wouldn't mind to find it tonight.
Well, Daryl, what do you think? Did we see anything creepy there?
Creepy, yes. Paranormal, I'm not sure.
Well, you can decide for yourself. We'll have plenty of extra footage on our website, weeklyspecial.org.
And Erica, plug your ears. We're going to have some wonderful extended interviews with Rob and Joy about their flying friends as well. Erica, I love tonight. The stories make Halloween an even more special holiday for me.
Yeah, and we definitely confronted some good fears, I think. Well, before we say goodnight, the wonderful Velours recorded a special bonus treat during their visit a few weeks ago, and it seems very fitting for tonight. Enjoy.
Good night. Production support for the weekly special is provided by
Smithville Communications, serving southern Indiana with high-speed fiber gigabit internet for businesses, hospitals and homes. Smithville Fiber Gigabit Technology. Tap the power.
IU School of Public Health Bloomington, addressing public health needs by preventing disease, promoting health, and improving quality of life across the state and around the world through research, teaching, and community engagement.
IU Credit Union, now offering mobile access to IU Credit Union accounts, helping account holders check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills through their mobile devices. Available through the IU Credit Union apps for iPhone and Droid. The Al Cobine Recognition Endowment Fund, established by friends and family of Al Cobine to support jazz initiatives on WTIU and WFIU. And WTIU members, thank you.